Keep going for Rob Mon, everyone. Keep going for your host, Rob Mon. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I turned 30 a couple months ago, so I'm coming to terms with that. I feel like turning 30, like once you turn 30, you're officially not a young person anymore. You're just a person. It's kind of depressing. You know, new music starts sounding bad. You start saying like unk shit, like I don't like this new rap. It used to be better. Like, oh fuck, am I 30 now? Shit. I'm like getting to the age where like there's some people I went to school with are beginning to have their first child, and that's kind of weird to notice. You know, like I've known this guy since second grade. I went to his house for the first time in years, like a couple months ago, and he has a 2-year-old son. I got to meet his 2-year-old son. Now it was just a bizarre experience because I remember when this guy used to pee on my pant leg back in 2005 as a prank, and now he has a child of his own. And now if he sees his kid peeing on another kid, he has to be like, hey son, don't do that. That's a bad thing to do. Son, you shouldn't pee on people's leg unless you want to become a very successful R&B singer. That's what you gotta tell your kid if you see your kid peeing on other kids. But like when I met his son, like I realized that like I don't really know how to talk to children because I haven't been around kids since I was a child myself. So I'll greet a child the same way I greet anyone else. I'll just like go up to them and go like, hey man, what's going on? How you doing? How you been? And then the son is just blankly staring at me like, I think your son's kind of dumb, man. I asked your son how he's doing, he's just staring at me. It's like, no, he's not dumb, he's just 2. It's like, oh, that makes more sense than what I said. I feel like we should give kids more credit though. I feel like we as adults, we kind of assume children are more dumb than they are, you know? Like we ask them the same stuff every Christmas, like, hey buddy, how's school going? I hated that question when I was a kid. Like every holiday season, it was just a gauntlet of like 10 older adults asking how school's going. Like, hey buddy, how's school going? Like, fine. What's your favorite subject? Like, they all fucking suck, but I'll just say reading if that ends the conversation quicker. Shit. Like, I feel like children should start asking adults questions that they don't want to talk about. Like, hey, my daddy tell me you get divorced 3 times. Why you get divorced so much? People no like you? Damn, man, your son's kind of a dick. But that bothered me, like, from a young age. I remember being in preschool, and, like, I would pick up a stick during recess or something, and the preschool teacher would go, like, hey, Craig, is that a stick? Is that what you got there? Yeah? And even at that age, I would think to myself, like, hey, motherfucker, both you and I know this is a stick, okay? Like, I'm 5, I'm not 2. I've known what a stick is for several hundred days. Miss Grove, you dumb bitch. I live life as a brown man who does not speak Spanish. So I get really nervous approaching taco trucks. Like, I like taco trucks as much as anyone else, but I just feel ashamed, because I'll walk up to a taco truck, the guy will take one look at me, he'll greet me the same way every time. He'll just look at me and go like, hola, senor, and I'll just respond by saying, hi. Could I have some carne asada, please? Grassy ass. Then he'll shoot me a dirty look. He'll look at me like I'm some type of whitewashed, non-Spanish speaking Mexican, which I'm not. I'm an Indonesian man. It's like a totally different place. Yeah, like Indonesia, for example. Indonesia is like, if you were to take Mexicans and you were to throw them at a bunch of rice paddies in Islam, you'd get Indonesians. I don't know if you remember middle school social studies, but that's how it works. Mexicans plus rice patties in Islam equals this right here. You know, us brown people come in many different flavors. There's brown people who make carne asada, and then there's brown people who cut the feet off of chickens, boil the chicken feet, and scrape the chicken feet against their teeth. I am the latter. I don't know, like, I'm obviously pretty whitewashed. Like, I don't eat the weird Asian shit. Like, I have family members in Indonesia that do, but I don't like I'll put it this way, like, I like Asian food, but I don't like Asian food, if that makes sense. Like, I'll eat the torso of the fish, but you can keep the eyeball. Not a lot of fish eyeball eating people here. All right. But yeah, like I said, like obviously I'm not that Indonesian. Like, you can tell by my voice that my mom married someone who would help her get immigration papers. My mom took one look at my dad with his tucked-in business shirt and said, "That's how you get to America right there. Let's go." No, I got lucky though. You know, like if both my parents were Indonesian, I'd be selling napkins on the sidewalk in Indonesia for 5 cents a piece. So, shout out my white father, you know. Yeah, exactly. If Bruce is his name, how'd you know? You must be sitting next to him or something. No, like, I feel like having interracial parents taught me a lot. Like, this is what having interracial parents taught me. Like, colonialism is only bad if you're not the child of a colonist. You know, if you are the child of a colonist, it's more so like, whoa, Xbox for Christmas, sick. Hey, thank God you were the one who knocked up Mom, right, Dad? Those poor-ass kids in her country, they don't get electronics like this for Christmas. Thanks. I've gotten kind of fat recently. Anyone else? Anyone else get fat? Make some noise for getting fatter. Yeah. Some of you want to be honest about it. Like, I'll put it this way. Like, I know I'm not blatantly fat, but I'm what I like to refer to as shirt-off fat. You know. Like, I look reasonably in shape if I'm wearing at least 2 layers of clothing, but I prefer to not walk against the wind while only wearing a t-shirt, shirt off fat. It's getting bad though. Like, I remembered how much weight I was gaining when I slept with someone who was more flat-chested than me. That was a big wake-up call. That's really embarrassing too, because she mentioned it in bed. She was like, "How the fuck are your tits bigger than mine?" I didn't have a good answer for her. I just said like, "Oh yeah, I'm warm. That's why. That's how I get through the Seattle winters. You know, I grow my tits in the fall. I grow my tits in the fall before I sleep in my cave for 4 months." No, like I'm getting back in the swing of dating and stuff, you know. I've been seeing the same person for a couple of months now. And it made me realize, like, when you start seeing someone on a regular basis, like, it only works if you pretend to like what she likes, you know? Because, like, if you're a guy, that's always been mandatory. You have, like, that's just part of making the date go well, you know? Pretending to like what she likes. Like, what you think guys like the botanical garden? You think a group of dudes are getting together and going, "Oh, pumpkin patch! It's gonna be sick! There's gonna be so many pumpkins! We're gonna take so many cute pictures! Fuck yeah, dude!" No, it's still a heartfelt thing though, because even if he doesn't like the pumpkin patch, he still wants to go because he wants to see you have a good time looking at all the pumpkins, and that's really sweet, right? He's also thinking like, okay, maybe I'll get head after the pumpkin patch, but whatever, don't worry about that part. Look, we can stand in line for apple cider, that's fun. Don't worry about the head part yet. But we did drive 2 hours to look at a bunch of pumpkins. Head would be nice. That's the thing. Yeah, like 100 miles round trip. It's like, I know what a pumpkin looks like. It's pointless. We could have driven by Safeway for free. I personally think you're lucky if you're a gay guy. Like, this is why I envy gay guys. It's like, if you're a gay man, you don't have to go to the goddamn pumpkin patch to get laid. If you're gay, that's like a life hack to guaranteed head all the time, always, you know? The gays don't know how hard us straights have to work for it. We gotta like drive somewhere, spend $200. Like a gay couple, they'll blow each other on the way to the pumpkin patch, you know? Okay, now you drive so I can blow you. I've worked a lot of jobs in my life. I'll end it with it. I worked a lot of jobs in my life. I've worked like corporate jobs, delivery jobs, stuff like that. And like, I don't miss working in a corporate office because you would have to do those like bullshit HR trainings once a month. Like, I'm sure a lot of you had to do those trainings, you know, like a cybersecurity training, workplace attendance training, and then the sexual harassment training. The sexual harassment training is my favorite one because all they do is they just have you watch one cartoon character say like, "Hey, nice tits," to another cartoon character. Like, all right, you're good to go. Hopefully you don't get us sued. Hey, nice tits. This was an example of an inappropriate remark. True or false? There was one part in the training I remember where it gave multiple choice answers, and it goes, "John notices that his coworker Sarah has recently gotten a haircut. Would it be appropriate for John to compliment Sarah's haircut?" And then the multiple choice answers were, A, no, John should not compliment Sarah's haircut. B, yes, John should compliment Sarah's haircut. Or C, John should make sure that Sarah is okay with receiving compliments about her haircut before complimenting her haircut. And the correct answer was C, but isn't that so much more suspicious than just saying like, hey, Sarah, nice haircut? Like, can you imagine that conversation? John just walks up to Sarah and goes, hi, Sarah. Your hair is shorter than it was last week. Can I say something about it? And then can I sit on your face? Like, no, John, what are you doing? We just showed you the training, John. You were supposed to make sure Sarah was okay with being asked about sitting on her face before asking her. What did we show you that cartoon for? I've been Craig Stewart. Thank you so much.